Okay, let's start. This is our worksheet 31, and this is the start of our mock exam revision. Are you able to see my screen clearly? I just need to know. Can? Make sure you can see my screen clearly. You can hear me clearly. Anytime you cannot see or you cannot hear clearly, quickly log off and then log in again. Okay, so I can re-enter you. It could be the internet connection sometimes. All right, so look at your answers. Okay, one glance. Yeah. So some questions, seems like all MCQ except question 3. Yeah, I need to go through in detail. Okay, let's look at 1. Sally was walking along the bank of a river. And then she observed some plants growing in a particular pattern. So there's a pattern to how the plants are growing. She made a diagram of her observations as shown below. Okay, oh dear, how come my words here? Hold on, I have to end show. Okay, give me a while. I have to end show because the words don't seem to be appearing. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I can share again. Someone's here, give me 1 minute also to let the person come in. Can see? Good. All right. Yeah, the person is in. Are the questions format different? Evan, you ask. Because the fonts here look different, is it? Look different than usual, right? Do y'all like this design better? Or y'all like the old ones? How many of you like this better? Okay. Y'all like this better, right? Is it clearer if I were to scroll down? You see? It looks a lot better, right? Correct? Last time the fonts are different. Yes, more neat, so pretty. Yes, so nice. Thank you so much, all of you. Now, let's see again. Just now the words were hidden for this part. I actually changed the fonts, and then I also changed some alignment and stuff. I thought it will have a nicer visual for all of you, less boring. Okay, once a while we have a change like that. I think everybody loves it. Right. So back again, Sally was walking here and then she looked at how the plants are growing. She made a diagram. So which of the following best represents the method of seed dispersal of the 3 plants, X, Y, and Z? So if you take a look at how plant X, okay, is being distributed and how it's growing, you can see it's all the circle, right? Can you all see it's like in small little cluster here? Yes or no? So what would you suspect its way of dispersal, the seed dispersal? Anyone? Type into the chat. All right, type in the chat. Very good, Sarah. Wow, quick. Yeah, yes. So I see Sean also answering. Yep. Okay. Yes, correct. Now some of you say yeah, it's actually splitting or explosive action. Would you all like to tell me why you said that? Let me hear from you. Why is it that it's explosive action? Why? Why splitting? How come it's not like how come it's not like water? Why is it not by animals? Why is it not wind? It's all clustered up in one area. So remember, seed dispersal, you learn a few. Why will this seed actually split? It's actually the fruit that was split open, and then when the fruit opens up suddenly in an explosive manner, the contents inside will fly, right? What are the contents inside the fruits? The seeds. Very good. So it's like it's being shot out. Did I share with you all before last time? Okay, in the science lab, okay, I kept this rubble seed. Yes or no? A rubble fruit. How many of you heard this story before? I kept this rubber fruit. Teja, you did, right? Because you started way early this year with me, correct? You're my long-time student. So you have the fruit, the rubber fruit, yeah, inside this container that I put in. Yes, there is an error. Did you identify an error, Teja? Then after that, when the rubber fruit dries up enough, it will split open. You have, Timothy, do you have a seed or you have the fruit? There's a difference. If you have the seeds, it's not going to explode anymore. Only if there is a fruit, that means inside the rubber fruit, there are a few seeds. Maybe I check for a quick video on. Hey, quick video, where are you? Yes, I think this one can. This is a time-lapse one, okay? Let's see, got sound not? Okay. On. Yes, saga seeds. You are right. Saga seeds also. You are right. So let me quickly show you this video I just found on YouTube. You can find many, many, many videos. Evan, you have learned this before, right? Reproduction. Okay. Can you all see now my screen? Can or not? There's a video here, right? Black screen. So if I click play, okay. I hope you enjoyed that little movie. It's very interesting if you all can go and Google on your own also. You can find all the different ways of the dispersal. Correct? You learn already. This is under reproduction in plants. If you are still learning this topic, I think like Evan is learning this topic now, right? Correct. Yeah, you can actually learn this. Okay, thank you, Gordon. Where do you get this from? Oh, okay. Google lah. This is a bit too difficult for your level. So I'm not going to share this, okay? Too difficult and it's not useful at this moment. Only when you go higher level. That one not even in secondary school. Okay, Ken, Teja, I will take a look later, okay? Right, so let's continue. Are you looking at my slides now? Why is it that, okay, it's splitting? Now, when you look at the video just now, okay, so when it actually splits open, right, that fruit, the seeds all start shooting out. Can they go very, very, very far? Yes or no? No, not possible. Cannot be that far. So, yeah, when you see something like that, right, cluster, not that far away, yes, this will be the splitting or explosive action. Now, why is it that I prefer you to remember splitting? Because my students, and I also mark PSLE papers previously, you know what they will write down? Explosion. I told you before, I Gordon, remember or not? I told you all before, if you remember what I have taught you earlier during this chapter. Okay, so both are accepted, but I prefer you to stick to this. Yeah, saying explosion is definitely wrong. Your teacher must have said before. Even if you like, for example, this is a 1 mark question, and then you write down explosion. Even though your explanation after that is correct, right? Still is a 1 minus 1, 0 marks. Clear? Be very careful. Explosive action, yes. Cannot write down explosion. The seeds will fly all over. Okay, all over, as in there's going to be like a radius or a span, but it cannot fly that far away because this is not the cannon, don't have a lot of energy to really make it fly that far. Okay, so the rest, of course, okay, since we know that this one is by explosive action or splitting, you already can like this, right? You can actually choose either B or D. Correct or not? So it's either B or D. Yeah, the seeds don't go far. Good, good. You know, that's wonderful. Okay, so it's either B or D. Correct? Then let's look at plant Y. What can you say about Y? What can you say about Z? Huh? Okay, let's look at Z first. Let's look at Z first. Can you see that Z is actually found near the riverbank? It's like just along the riverbank. So what can you say? Quickly type into the chat. Type into the chat. Okay. Is it why is it near the riverbank? Why is it along the riverbank? Teja, I want you to type into the chat. Come on. Yeah, we have questions to finish up and we want to play Kahoot game, right? See, we are at question 1. It's already 7:46. You want to play Kahoot game? Come, cooperate, quickly type into the chat. It was like, okay, yeah, it's actually dispersed by water. Yeah, so like, for example, coconut can float, right? Float. Okay, Timothy, you have a question now. Can you type into the chat? Or you don't have? Okay. If you don't have, you can lower your hand. If you have, try to type into the chat. Yeah, so when the coconut is floating on the water and moving along, sometimes it will reach the riverbank, right? And then it gets to the land and it stays there. So there is water there, there's warmth, there's oxygen, then the coconut tree can grow. Okay, but if let's say it didn't float near the water bank, it's still going to wash down the river stream, etc. Yes, okay. Cannot be B. Correct, Taja, it cannot be B, I know. So Z is definitely water. So we already identified our answer, right? But let's check. No. Evan, it cannot be by animals. Why can't it be by animals? Evan is asking, how come this cannot be animals? Why not animals? I wouldn't say it's animals because it is very obvious. Something is very obvious about it. Correct? Now, Sean said already. Sean typed and said, but it's so near the river, what? It's just by the side, the riverbank leh. Yeah, correct. Because those plants are where their seeds or the fruits are dispersed by water. You can only find the plants near the riverbank. It cannot be animal. Animal doesn't just go to the water bank and drop it there. Unless you can see some triangle here. Animals also move around everywhere, Evan. You must understand this part. Okay? The thing is that if you look at the star, some are near the riverbank, some are not near the riverbank. Agree or not? That is the obvious one to be dispersed by animals. For the triangle plant, is definitely plant Z is definitely at the riverbank one. We cannot put down animal and water. If your teacher teach you can be dispersed by animal when you see a very clear pattern like this, then your teacher is teaching you wrong. Okay, Evan? Yeah. Okay, if it's dispersed by animal, remember, animals are either they can fly or they can run all over. Why will they choose to drop the seeds or the fruits near the riverbank only? You mean they choose a place to poo-poo? No, right? They don't have a certain toilet near the riverbank, right? Yeah, correct. Yeah. Now you're laughing. Yeah. Understand now? Wherever they go, they feel like they need to poop, they poop. They don't care. They don't go and find toilet like us. Yes. So that's why if it's dispersed by animals, it's definitely all over the place. All over. Can, Evan? What if the seeds get stuck during the splitting process? Is it? See how? Is it then? Correct. If it gets stuck, then it gets stuck. Well, it's not going to be in any favorable condition. It cannot germinate. It will dry up, okay, or it can rot, depends. Okay, then I answered your question. Right, so obviously why, like I explained just now, must be by animals. So I already explained why cannot be animals here. Answer is D. Question 2. The diagram below shows the life cycle of a plant from seed to young plant to adult plant.